Kyra. Welcome to Startup Studio with Adolf. We are super excited to learn about your big idea, and I really hope that you are too. But before we begin, Kyra, could you quickly introduce yourself?
My name is Kyra Malik and I'm 9 years old. I study in Strawberry Fields High School. I love animals a lot. My hobbies are playing badminton, basketball, drawing, painting, and completing my homework. I like to eat pizza and pasta, and my favorite subjects are science, maths, and English. I'm a very creative person. Yesterday, I made origami paper flying birds and showed them to my class.
Oh, that's lovely. When I was a kid, I was fond of origami myself, but now I think I've outgrown that skill. But thank you so much for such a beautiful introduction. So tell us, Kyra, what's your big idea?
Alright, my big idea is to open a pet hostel. It would have many features like a dog utility store, app-enabled CCTV camera surveillance, training facilities, and activities to keep the pets busy, like a dog gym and a playing area.
That's interesting, Kyra. And it is quite evident that you love animals, and that's the whole business idea all about. But I'm a little curious to know here. Do you have a pet of your own?
No, I don't have a pet because my mother doesn't allow, and my mother tells me to be responsible, and I'll get it when I grow up.
Okay. Then how come, why did you even choose this particular idea in the first place?
It's very simple. Now let me ask you the same question. Do you have a pet?
Oops. No.
Okay. Now imagine that you have a pet. What would be its name?
Tommy? I just know a few actually.
Tommy it is. Lovely name. So imagine that you are going on a vacation and your pet cannot travel with you. Won't you be worried where to leave him or her? You would be, right? So I came up with this idea in order to give a solution to all the pet lovers and animals.
Well, that sounds wonderful, Kyra. Although I don't have a pet either. And I would name my pet Bouzon, by the way. But just when you asked about whether I would be worried about leaving the pet alone, genuinely, I would be worried. I wouldn't want to leave my pet behind. So now let's dig a little deeper into this idea of yours. Could you describe all the facilities you said in detail, which you're going to include in your pet hostel?
With pleasure. So my pet hostel will be a paradise for animals. It will be an air-conditioned, clean, and well-maintained hygienic place for animals. My main service will be to provide a safe home with quality food for my furry friends outside their real home. Other services that I will provide will be grooming services, spa, and pedicure for all of the cute little animals.
Pedicure for animals, that sounds adorable, and it actually does sound like a paradise. So you seem to be extremely passionate about this idea, Kyra. Now, do you have any idea on which type of animals you want to cater to in your hostel?
Okay, let's see. So my pet hostel will cater to dogs and cats in the beginning, and then later I'll add services for more pets like rabbits, hamsters.
Okay, that's a very smart and intelligent move, Kyra. It's always better to start with one segment and then gradually, once you understand that, then moving on to the others. So that's a smart move indeed. But tell us something, Kyra. I can see such pet cares, pet daycares almost everywhere, all the cities. So how would you be different? Have you thought about that?
Thank you for that question. I will keep small things in mind to make a big difference. For example, if you see in most daycare centers, pets end up fighting since they cannot control the aggressive ones. In my pet hostel, aggressive dogs will have their separate area and time slot for playing. Then there will also be a specified 8 feet chain space for regular long walks and playtime exclusively for dogs. We will also provide basic training to the dogs and cats, for which I will collaborate with pet trainers. This way, my furry friends will learn some good manners and then go back home.
Perfect. You have clearly, done your homework well, and those are some very, very powerful points that you've just mentioned. But I have a question which is slightly different, from the business standpoint. What has actually, inspired you to come up with an idea like this? You don't have a pet yourself, so I'm quite curious to know that.
I'm an animal lover. First, I thought a clinic would be good, but then a pet hostel seems easier at this point because opening a clinic involves obtaining some legal and professional licenses. I'm quite young for that. However, I really wanted to be involved with animals, so I came up with this idea.
Seems like you have given a great deal of thought to this. So let's move to other aspects of the game. Have you done any competition analysis? Who are your competitors in this business?
Since I live in Chandigarh, my local competitors are Pet Adda, Tri-City Kennel and Chandigarh Kennel. Pet Adda has some cool interiors and swings for animals, but I think their main attraction is the fact that it's open 24/7. This allows pet owners to admit their pets in the hostel even at odd hours. However, it doesn't have big space and only allows 6 to 7 dogs at a time. Along with that, it doesn't even provide freshly cooked food and pet grooming services. Imagine your little one not getting a bath or fresh food when you're away for the days. On the other hand, Tri-City Kennel is quite expensive for the limited services they provide.
Well, Kyra, you have really identified some wonderful pain points which you are planning to address. So I'm really glad to see how detailed you have gone on analyzing your competitors. So tell us, what have you learned from them and how do you plan to convert these drawbacks into your strength? How will you make it better?
Most importantly, my pet hostel will provide 24/7 camera surveillance for the owner and one-on-one care service, especially for the young pets who might get up at night and feel very lonely. Then I'm going to provide separate accommodation facilities for the infected or sick animals. The most exciting feature of my big idea is that I'm going to provide free pickup and drop off for the animals who would be using hostel facilities. At my pet hostel, the owners do not have to worry about a tiny thing.
That's an adorable thought, and I'm sure they would not worry about their pets. So now let's move to another very important aspect of your idea, which is pricing. So will your services be affordable? Will your services be premium? Will they be expensive? Have you thought about what kind of pricing you will keep?
So, to begin with, pet owners can avail boarding facilities at $300 per day. Then it increases as they add more services to it like AC accommodation, meals, one-on-one care, overnight stay charges, etc. My charges for other services will vary as per the breed and size of the pet. For example, the pricing for regular grooming, spa, pedicure and nail clipping will be as follows. Toy breed will cost 2,370 rupees. Small breed will cost 3,160 rupees. The medium breed will cost 3,180 rupees. The large breed will cost 4,740 rupees. The extra large breed will cost 5,530 rupees. And individual attention is for 500 per day, when a volunteer will constantly be with them so that the pet does not feel lonely. Just one small thing the owners have to do to get the dog's blanket, bed, toys, leash, etc.
Brilliant. I guess it's quite thought through. So let's move to the other aspect of this business. Do you have a user persona in mind? Who do you think is your ideal customer here?
My ideal customers will be all the pet owners from any financial background, since my services are extremely affordable. Then I will also cater to NGOs for animal care. I will provide foster care for the animals rescued by the NGOs and waive of 50% of my fee. This will be my way of giving back to the society.
That's lovely, Kyra. When you start such businesses, although you are doing an amazing job, but the toughest thing is to let the world know that you are doing an amazing thing. So how would you reach out, to your audience or your customers here?
I will promote my pet hostel on various social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. I will run ads related to my services on these platforms. I will also put canopies and stalls at various events held in the residential complexes near my locality and at the dog shows. I believe dog shows are the best places for me to attract my target audience. I will put up a stall where I will provide certain services for free in order to attract the customers.
Okay, I think the freebies should definitely work, Kyra, because when you're letting your customers try your services for free, they would know about your quality and how much you care about the animals. So I think that's a very good idea. So now let's just talk about some startup basics. Have you thought of a brand name for your startup?
Yes, I do have a logo and a tagline. My logo and tagline is All for Pets, a pet's paradise. It is equivalent to a paradise and for the animals because it is designed to provide the best services to the animals. And I have tried to solve all the worries for the pet owners.
Well, Kyra, well done. Well, this brings us to the end of our discussion for your Adolf startup presentation. Honestly, it was a pleasure listening to you. I loved how passionate and confident you were in your presentation. And I really, really hope that you're able to make a difference in the lives of those animals with your venture. Yeah. And thank you so much for sharing your big idea with us. For now, we will bid you goodbye and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kyra.
Yay!